Hello and welcome to What I Eat in a Day as a Chronic Illness Baddie. Started out the day with a yoga class. I'll link it below. This one was a little hard for me because I'm trying to challenge myself. In this video, I'm going to show you what I ate today. This is me feeding my sourdough starter son. He's been in the fridge for a while, and this weekend I'm hoping to try and make my first loaf. So I took him out and I'm feeding him. But yeah, in this video, I'm also going to talk about, like, starting a yoga practice if you're, like, super out of shape. As you can see, like, I am literally fat. So, if anybody can tell you, like, if you don't have, like, the perfect, cute yoga girl body or Pilates girl, whatever, and you feel totally alienated from any and all types of physical activity, I want to give you some tips, but we're going to get into that while I'm taking a little walk later after I finish my work. This morning I was just putting away some dishes, cleaning up the kitchen a little. I've been waking up super early. I find that I have, like, crazy anxiety at night, so I just go to bed at like 10 now. Thanks, melatonin. Anyway, I was recently watching an Emily Ewing video, and she was like, oh, I have this chickpea salad in my fridge that I have to use up, and I was like, oh my god, same. So, on this morning, I just had toast. This is a chickpea salad made with Dijon mustard, low-fat mayo, and everything bagel seasoning, and that's it. Pop my bread in the air fryer. I still do not have my cafeteria italiana after my, like, heinous explosion, so we're just having some instant coffee. You're probably not supposed to do it like this, but I don't really care. I had a lot of stuff to do today, so I literally made my breakfast in 7 minutes. I don't know, I can fuck with instant coffee. Like, you know, I know a lot of people are trying to avoid all processed things or chemicals, but, like, I don't know. I read an article about how there's now microplastics in human brains, but then I read that that was fake. But, looking at my dumbass, oh yeah, hell yeah, perfect avocado. Oh yeah, I put on a half an avocado on my chickpea salad toasts, because that's what Emily had done. But anyway, I'm looking at my own fuck-ass body and brain. I could definitely believe that there's, like, I don't know, like, a spoon worth of microplastics in my head. Whatever, we're all gonna die one day anyway. So, yeah, this was inspired by Emily Ewing too. She's a vegan YouTuber. I'm not vegan, but I try and eat a lot of, like, different sources of protein as well as plant-based protein. You know, having more fiber in plants is just good for you, but it's not like a radical, like I don't think I'm, like, saving the world by doing it. I think I'm profoundly useless, but I enjoy vegetables in, like, a brontosaurus type way, because I'm just awaiting my extinction and eating plants, essentially. This was on white bread, because I'm white trash. I love white bread. I know everybody's like, don't eat bread you buy at the store because it makes you fat. I'm like, we already here, dog. I do want to make my own sourdough bread, but it's not out of, like, fear. It's just because I was interested in trying it out. These are some onions I pickled. If you follow me, you remember I was talking about doing this, but I didn't have space in my fridge. Now I do. I love having pickled red onions on hand, and look at that color, alright? That's just beautiful to me. I love, like, I don't know, the natural, beautiful colors of fruits and vegetables, and I love pickled stuff. Right now, actually, I have pickled red onions I made. I have pickled jalapenos, and I have pickled Korean radish in my fridge. And yeah, this was just breakfast. Light milk in my instant cafe con leche. Oh, this is a dude, Tor's Cabinet of Curiosities. I feel like this is the ideal channel for you if, like, you haven't been diagnosed with autism because your parents didn't really care what was going on with you because they had their own problems. So, like, you've never been officially diagnosed with autism, but you probably have it. Anyway, is that, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a roast on me and him, but I think he said that he's autistic actually in a video. So, yeah. It's amazing. He like goes into like bizarre niche internet quandaries and mysteries. A delight. And he has like a toy plastic durian as a co-host. Let me know, do you store all your pots and pans in the oven? If you don't, I don't trust you. That's just real. I had a little break in my day, so I decided to make some boiled eggs. Because, like, I had a shit ton of eggs, and I love having boiled eggs on hand for when, I feel like shit, and I just need to have, like, a quick protein source. It turns out it's really good. I made this, because, I did film this whole day, but I developed an excruciating headache at night, and I had to come home, and, I'm filming this the next day, and, it's, like, midday, because I was just, like, half dead and in pain all morning. But, this day I filmed this was a good-ass day, so, got a lot done. Yeah, so I'm where I live, and for me, at the elevation that I live at, I'm 7.5 minutes makes the perfect eggs, but don't just follow, like, the count that somebody else tells you blindly, because how your eggs will come out. When you live at either like a high or a low elevation, you're gonna have like different times for things. So for me, these make like a firm but slightly jammy egg at 7.5 minutes. You're supposed to put these in an ice bath if you're like a real chef. I'm just some bitch, so I put them in my freezer for an hour, and then I move them into my fridge. Then it was a couple hours later, lunchtime, chopping up an onion. So you'll see, I think the first half of this day, my first 2 meals were either vegan or vegetarian. Then we go wildly off script in the evening. So this, right now I have 2 kinds of leftover rice in my fridge. I have like an Eastern European inspired like paprika and cabbage rice, and then I had plain white rice, so I decided to make a tofu and kimchi fried rice for lunch. And I'm in the game of like endlessly producing leftovers, so I had half of this for lunch, and I still have half of it in my fridge right now. This was the end of a mix of stir-fry vegetables. You'll see there's not really a ton of vegetables left in here. I feel like I have an issue where, like, I never want to use up anything completely, because then I'm like, what if I can never afford to buy another one again? But then sometimes I end up, like, rotting food, or, like, things being wasted, or whatever. This was some garlic. You gotta put your garlic in everything. I gotta switch back, honestly, to processing my own garlic and freezing it. Because, like, garlic's a little pricey. You know what I'm saying? But then we gotta mix it all together. I think this just had onions, frozen vegetables, garlic, kimchi, and cubes of firm tofu. Yeah, I love kimchi. I think kimchi is really, really good for you. Fermented things are really good for your gut biome. Also, cabbage has a lot of vitamin A in it, which, I remember it's, like, good for your skin, but I don't remember what else. Damn, maybe I should cut this out and not let you see all my arm fat, but, like, whatever, I don't know. A lot of bitches have arm fat, I don't know. That's a low-sodium soy sauce. I tend to just buy, like, the low-fat or low-sodium versions of things. Like, oftentimes you can't really even taste the difference, and it's like, why not cut out some, like, fat or sodium, you know? This was so good, dude. I love fried rice. And then I enjoyed it with some little sesame seeds. Delightful. And I think I was watching some like YouTube drama. Sometimes I watch some like smaller drama channels just because I like the chisme. I be in everybody's business. And I had this rice with some ice water, and it was a good time. Then I finished up everything I needed to do, and then it was time to go out. This is a sample of Lemon Tart by Theodoros Kalatinas. This is a delicious perfume, but I would say if you want like a good lemon gourmand, just get lemon pound cake from Bath and Body Works. It's way cheaper than everything. That's Ice Americano. That's like a brown lipstick from Urban Decay that I love. And of course I had sunscreen on, you know? And this is pretty much my only usual makeup for the day, like sunscreen, powder. That was a K-Beauty sunscreen. I quite like it. It's cheap as fuck. Yup. That's my ring. That ring is made out of like quarters and pennies, which is pretty sick. And that's just like gold costume jewelry I inherited from my grandma, and I got my fuck-ass, big-ass hoops on, per usual. Then I decided to take a little walk. It's jacarandas season in Ciudad de Mexico. That's like the trees that bloom with those purple flowers. And yeah, I had a writers group meeting later, so I decided to the second I finished my work, I was like, I need to go outside. You can see all the purple flowers, petals all over the ground. I love seeing that in this season. So now you're just gonna see me wander around for a bit. I'm gonna go to Parque Mexico. That's like a park I really like. This is the bougie zone. This is not the neighborhood I live in. I'm not gonna film my own neighborhood just for like safety reasons, I guess. Like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I want to talk about like starting to build up a yoga practice if you're like super out of shape, or especially if you're also fat. Now, a lot of the people that give fitness advice, they are naturally thin people who've decided to like further enhance their bodies through working out, so they don't really know what it's like to start from like behind. Also, a lot of people, honestly, like, at least in my experience, I know a lot of people do not like me, will never like me, would rather I was just dead than, like, they have to look at me, so I can't really turn to, like, a lot of traditional sources for help, so I just want to give you, because I really think that, like, especially yoga, it comes from Indian spiritual practices and has been co-opted by, like, wellness fascists. And it should be a tool of like empowerment and improving your body, and I hate that like essentially rich Americans have stolen it and like used it to make you feel bad. So if you want to build a yoga practice for yourself and you're out of shape, go as easy as possible. So on YouTube there are 5 and 10 minute yoga classes. Start with 5 and 10 minutes. Now, something I really struggled with in the past is feeling like all these people are so hot, they're so beautiful, they're in such good shape. I'm so pathetic that I can't keep up with them, so I'm just gonna do nothing. Wrong. Like, genuinely, find the easiest. If all you can do is 5 or 10 minutes, that's 5 or 10 minutes that you did not do before and you could not do before. So start at your own level and like be proud of yourself for making the commitment to do that, and stop thinking about how like other people are better at it than you or look better doing it than you. That's a big barrier I find too. Like, when you go to a yoga class and like everybody's the daughter of a hedge fund manager and like they look like Victoria's Secret models, and you're like, I'm too ugly to be here. So I practice yoga alone. I do it in my house. I started off with just doing 10-minute practices, and now I can do like 20 to 30-minute ones, and I'm starting to pursue leveling up because I feel like my body is ready for that. Oh, so I went to this kind of hidden part in Parque Mexico, and I decided to read my book. I was waiting on a bench for one of the hanging magical eggs to open so I could read in there. I just walked for about an hour, and it felt so nice to sit down. Also, by this time, it had been really hot all afternoon, but we were approaching sunset, and it was really starting to cool down. This is the magical hanging egg that I like to hang out in Parque Mexico. But, what was I saying? But yeah, so also I'm divorce working out from like aesthetic goals. Something I used to do a lot is be like, I want to work out to achieve a specific aesthetic goal, and when I couldn't reach that goal, I would quit. Don't do that to yourself. Don't focus on other people. Literally, just today, do a 5-minute class. And do it alone in your house. And don't worry about feeling judged. So by the time we were getting deep toward the sunset, I was starving. Like I said, I was in like the bougie zone. All the restaurants are for like tourists. They have like English menus, which mean they cost 3 times more. So I stopped at a puesto to get some tortas. Pro tip, if you're eating on the street, don't leave your backpack on your back. Now, this I believe was a torta toluqueño. It had a milanesa, chorizo, and quesillo. That's just like fried smashed chicken, chorizo, and quesillo is like stringy Mexican cheese. And I fucked that up. I literally devoured it. It was delicious. Nothing satisfies my spirit like a torta, legitimately. Then after I crushed that, I had about like 15 minutes left before my meeting, so I picked up a Coca Sin Azúcar at an Oxxo, and I went back to the park to drink it. It took me a little bit to find a bench, and like basically by the time I found this bench, I like had to leave in 5 minutes. But it'd be like that sometimes. Yo, I struggled to open this bottle of Coke so hard that I literally had to take my rings off to do it. Like, what was going on? I mean, I guess at least I know, like, nobody was, you know, it's pure Coke. Nobody got in there and did any shit to it. But, yeah, I just enjoyed my afternoon chilling until I had to go to my writer's meeting. I hope you appreciate all of my leg hairs. I will never get rid of them. So this is Condesa. This is like the bougiest and most gentrified part of Mexico City. I'm pretty much not here unless like I have an event to go to or like something to do, because like if you're in Centro, a taco is like 10 pesos, and like if you go to a restaurant here, it's like $75. So not the best. Why did I film myself scratching my leg? What goes through my head? We'll never know. Anyway, then I went to my little writer's meeting. This was a latte rosa. It has like beets in it. I'm a huge fan of beets. And my writer's meeting was really cool. I really vibed with this like cool dude I met from Argentina, and everybody went out for dinner after, but I started getting an excruciating headache, and I had to go home. But yeah, this was everything I ate and did on this day. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah. Bye.